This week on Hobie Outdoor Adventures, we'll take you to one of the most beautiful seaside scenes in Massachusetts. We'll get our gear tested on these line-stripping fish, and we'll show you brand new Hobie products from the world's largest sport fishing trade show. Plus, you'll get a chance to win your very own Hobie Kayak. Stay tuned. Welcome to Hobie Outdoor Adventures. Each week, we'll take the Hobies and peruse the country in search of adventure, fun, and fish. Whether we're drifting a stream, dissecting a lake, or covering an ocean, we'll show you the tips and tactics to make your next trip successful. Come with us, set your sail, and discover what life in a Hobie is all about. Stay tuned for Hobie Outdoor Adventures.
We're about 20 miles north of Boston, give or take. Nice little protected cove to launch in, a lot of rocky shoreline structure. And then out from the rocks a little bit, you got a lot of boulder fields, large rocks, a lot of structure for some of the large stripers. Got a report of a lot of bait fish in the area, some stripers and blues, maybe even some tuna pretty close to shore if we're really lucky.
So here we are, setting up the Hobie Revolution. About to head out and try to go and catch some stripers and bluefish out here in Massachusetts. First time fishing for stripers, so I'm probably going to get a good schooling from these guys this morning, but hopefully I can get on a few fish too. Should be pretty fun. I chose the Hobie Revolution because it's a little bit of a sleeker model, which means I get more speed. I give up a little bit of stability, but if you're a kayaker that's a little experienced, it's just a perfect boat for getting out and covering some distance. All right, let's go catch some fish.
A lot of rocks coming out in the water. It looked like there were some birds working earlier, so hopefully that's a good sign.
Yeah, it is a beautiful, beautiful morning. I mean, just look at this backdrop, all these boats.
Doesn't get any better than this. Calm water, no swell.
Unbelievable. I think we're gonna have a good day.
Keep your eyes for, looking for working birds or splashes.
So that's what we're looking for out on the water today, is just birds working.
In the deeper water, yeah, just look for any kind of surface activity. The bird, like he was saying, the birds in groups especially are fluttering around. You know what to look for as far as that goes. Just keep your eye out, that's all.
So we're fishing some pretty big baits, Marty. I think I have about a 11-inch, 12-inch eel on here, so these stripers will just engulf these massive baits. Easily,
and really that's not even, for around this parts, that's not considered actually a large bait. I mean, that's
really?
That's a normal size bait. I know, a lot of guys will fish 14 up to 18-inch long soft plastic stuff.
It wasn't a boil, it was just like a swirl.
Yeah. But definite fish?
Definitely a fish, yeah.
Striper? I got fish right below me too. Ah! All right, it's still there, never mind.
Oh yeah!
Nice! Double! Double! I think I got a bluefish. There's 3 with it.
Nice striper here, man.
Mine came off.
He's not huge, but he's a start. Got him on a weedless MC slug, which is actually a West Coast bait. But what the heck, I thought I'd bring it out and give it a try. All right, we got the day started. Yeah, not bad.
There we go.
Yeah, not a bad start. Yeehaw. Nice little striper. And thank goodness I had that Mirage drive on there, and I took off after him. And just to make sure he didn't break me off in the rocks, and off he goes. Fishing for these stripers and blues, I'm using a 30-pound braid. I have 30-pound fluorocarbon leader, about a 4-foot leader, a 12 to 20-pound rated rod in the 7 to 7.5 foot range, and my reel's about a 4,000 size reel. This is pretty much all you need out here for the little guys, but you might want to step it up to something a little bit bigger for those 40+ inch stripers. It's a Cabela's rod and reel. Great little combo. I mean, Cabela's makes all kinds of great products, and man, this rod's been working really well for me. That was pretty cool, double hookup. Mari got a blue there, and I got the striper.
Well, this might be a little bit bigger. Woohoo!
More on Hobie Outdoor Adventures coming up next. Don't go away. Feel lucky? Simply go to Facebook and search for Hobie Fishing and like our page for a chance to win your very own kayak. When the page reaches a certain number of likes, Hobie will draw from all the likes, and the winner will have their very own kayak to hit the waters with. So go to Facebook and like Hobie now. This episode of Hobie Outdoor Adventures is brought to you by Sperry Topsider, a passion for the sea. Hobie, enjoy the ride. For 30 years, Hobie has stood for the finest polarized sunglasses available. Hobie Polarized Sunglasses Enhanced Visual Acuity provides increased clarity and reduced eye strain. Hobie Polarized HydroClean Plus lenses shed water and provide anglers with a crystal clear vision of the surroundings and conditions on the water. Anglers rely on Hobie Polarized sunglasses to recognize the slightest movement of the fish, giving them the advantage they need on the water. Hobie Polarized, trusted, quality, heritage for 30 years.
After a long day boating or fishing, hole pounding and engine vibration can do a number on your feet, knees, and lower back. Sperry Topsider's anti-shock and vibration technology reduces shock forces by up to 40% via Sperry's lateral dispersion system by deflecting G-forces outward rather than up through the soles of your feet. ASV helps you feel less beat down and feel up for staying out on the water longer. Stop shock and vibration with ASV technology. Find out more at sperrytopsider.com/ASV.
I'm going out there to try to catch me a striper. We'll see how we do. I don't have my fish finder in yet. That's probably why I ain't caught nothing yet. But I'm ready, man.
Nighttime fishing is popular here. There's a lot of reasons for it. One of the big ones is boat traffic, especially we'll be fishing over a weekend. All the boat traffic and all is going to keep the stripers down. Nighttime, they'll come up in the shallow water, makes it, the access is a lot better for somebody fishing out of a kayak.
So what's the game plan? Head out and fish around some rocks and stuff?
Yeah, there's a rock jetty that comes out, and on the other side of that is a deep water basin from this power plant.
Okay.
A lot of bait fish congregating there from the water coming out and stuff like that. All along the jetty on both sides is good rockfish structure. And then once you get on the other side, not only is it lighted for a lot of it, but you got a lot of pier pilings and stuff like that, so a lot of structure.
Nice.
I like to get out at night, number one, because that's when the larger stripers tend to let their guard down a little bit. They feed a lot more willingly at night. Around here especially, a lot less boat traffic, calmer water. Well, it's a start. Not a big one, but it's a fish. I'll take it. Wow. That's a small one. That's why I was getting short strikes. That's about as little as they get. What's that? Yeah. Come in. Well, like I said, that's a start. We're looking for about 5 times that size. Oh well. Thank you, buddy. Breaking the ice. See if we can get another one. Keep moving bigger and bigger.
Marty, this is what I love about these Hobies. I'm retying right now.
Yeah.
It's still moving upriver.
You can sit and hold your position in the current fish structure. You can retie while you're moving. You can sit and get a drink of water while you're moving to a new spot. Eat your lunch.
Pretty nice. I don't know if I could ever go back to anything else, man.
And probably the best thing is when you hook a fish, like fishing this structure like we are, and so especially you'll see hopefully when we get up near the bridge, fishing that structure and you hook something up and it tries to run you around the structure, you can fight the fish and still maneuver out from around hazards. Try and do that in something with when you got to drop the rod and grab the paddle with a fish on.
Nice.
Little shower in the morning. Well, this might be a little bit bigger. Woohoo! Doing some drag.
He hit you pretty close to the boat, huh?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, he didn't like the sight of the kayak at all.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I'll get out of your way here.
You're all right. Got it. Whoa! And doesn't ever want to give up. It's just the location more than anything right now, the tide and location. 27 and a half. I'm gonna get a quick picture. This is the hard part, trying to get a picture by yourself. There we go. Those fish put up quite a fight. You can see it was towing me around pretty good. I'm a good 200 or 300 yards down the river from where I hooked that fish. So that's a lot of fun. You can't get that kind of feeling in a boat when he's dragging you around and pulling you all over the place. So, nothing better. Let's go up and see if we can get another one.
Fish on. Yeah, Marty.
Woohoo! I'm just trying to lead him out away from these pilings right now.
That's got a good bend in your rod there.
Coming up, Morgan has a double hookup, but got tangled up under the dock. Well, we'll find out. Hobie's Mirage Drive kayaks set the standard for fun on the water. Whether your passion is fishing, sailing, or recreational adventure, Hobie's got a kayak for you. Hobie's Mirage Drive mimics nature's proven designs for efficient and powerful propulsion and enhances your kayaking experience. Mirage Power, Mirage Performance, Mirage Drive. Hobie, enjoy the ride. For 30 years, Hobie has stood for the finest polarized sunglasses available. Hobie Polarized Sunglasses enhanced visual acuity provides increased clarity and reduced eye strain. Hobie Polarized HydroClean Plus lenses shed water and provide anglers with a crystal clear vision of the surroundings and conditions on the water. Anglers rely on Hobie Polarized sunglasses to recognize the slightest movement of the fish, giving them the advantage they need on the water. Hobie Polarized, trusted, quality, heritage for 30 years.
Hey guys, you've seen us do a lot of fishing this year from the Hobie Pro Angler. We've added some new accessories. How about a safety flag, light, always great when you're out those early dusk and dawn hours. So be sure you're safe. We've got this one rigged with the Hobie Live Well, battery, aerated, keep your bait alive, keep your catch alive, always a good thing. Rod holders, we've got the horizontal rod holders. Put your rods in here, carry 5 or 6 rods with you, down out of the way. They're not going to get in the way of trees and limbs, other things that can snag you up. New steering 2011, how about that? Easy steering handle, easy rudder. We've improved this a lot, great feature of the boat. 600-pound capacity, can hold someone any size, easy to stand up in. One thing you can see us fish standing a lot. This year, we've added the Hobie H-Bar, a great assistance when standing up to fish, getting in and out of the boat, a safety accessory, but more or less a fishing accessory. Add a stripping basket to it for fly fishing. You can do a lot with this new feature. It's fun. When you're done with it, pull 2 pins, place it out of the way. You still have access to your hatch, deep, deep hatch, plenty of stuff. And as always with our Hobies, the Hobie Mirage drive will get you through the water and power. Great feature, great product. You gotta try one.
Great thing about these kayaks is at nighttime, unlike a boat, you can get real close up to those docks and into certain areas that you can't really get to in a boat. Marty, why the heck are you getting me up so early in the morning, man, to come fish these stripers?
The stripers, you can catch them any time of day when they're biting, which hasn't been a whole lot this weekend. But you know, typically the nighttime bite is a better bite, especially for larger fish, which we're hoping for. A lot of times, you know, the lights obviously are going to attract the bait fish, and there's going to be a lot of activity under the lights. And I've had some pretty good luck in the past here with the fish under the lights. You might have to weed through a couple small ones, but hopefully there'll be some big ones underneath waiting.
Let's go get them.
I'm ready. Let's do it. Things have been really slow lately. We've been having trouble kind of locating fish. So we're just really targeting the structure, the bridge pilings, any kind of dock pilings, pier, stuff like that. Fishing has really been a difficult this weekend, and nowhere near, you know, what I've experienced in this area in the past, or what we were really hoping for. So any fish was really a victory. And to get the call on the radio, you know, that Morgan had a striper on, and he sounded like a nice one. You know, I was getting excited. Then he calls again. He says, "Hey, I got two, and I need some help." So I'm busting down, and I pull up, and he's in the docks. He's got one fish on one line. He's got another rod that's in a rod holder, and he said, "Help! It's in my rudder." So I come up, and I help get the one untangled, and I grab that rod from him while he lands one fish, and then I feel like, you know, he's caught on something. I have no idea what it is. It's up under a dock. I tried to get it unstuck, couldn't do it. You know, I didn't want to break it off, but I could tell the fish was still on there. I never thought he'd actually land that fish. He played with it for probably 5 minutes, back and forth. The fish stayed on amazingly, and he actually landed that fish, you know, 5-10 minutes after he hooked it. That was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen, because stripers don't stay hooked very much once they wrap you around something like that.
It was pretty cool to get that double hookup this morning and try to get some of my own, but at the same time, if Marty wasn't there to help me, I wouldn't have got those fish either. Double hookup to start the morning off. Not a bad thing. They look like twins too. There you go, good start to the morning.
Feel lucky? Simply go to Facebook and search for Hobie Fishing. And like our page for a chance to win your very own kayak. When the page reaches a certain number of likes, Hobie will draw from all the likes, and the winner will have their very own kayak to hit the waters with. So go to Facebook and like Hobie now.
Meet the boss, the boogeyman, the fish of 1,000 casts. Find the fridge and you find the muskies. They're never late for dinner. With HDS and Structure Scan, I'm checking both sides of the boat, covering more water faster and finding the food these monsters eat. Get HDS and bag the boogeyman. I'm Pete Mena. Change your view with HDS and Structure Scan.
This episode of Hobie Outdoor Adventures is brought to you by Hobie Polarized, trusted, quality, heritage. Lowrance and the new faster HDS Generation 2 with optional structure map view. Hobie Kayaks come in the form of lightweight fishing platforms that will offer anyone what they want when it comes time to hit the water. Hobie Kayaks' commitment to innovation, quality, and owner satisfaction is unparalleled in the industry. So when it's time for you to go kayaking, remember there's only one name to remember, and that's Hobie Kayak.
about 2 hours left, and I look out on the horizon and I see just probably about 100 birds. 1.5 miles, maybe 2 miles out. I look at Morgan and I say, what do you think? And he's like, let's do it. So we both start cranking on the Hobies. We covered a 1.5 miles. We're going about, I looked at my GPS at one point, you know, it was 5 miles an hour, and it was pretty steady for that whole thing. I'm just, you know, sweats rolling. We got there, and just as we get there, you know, a boat comes in and puts the fish down. So frustrating. We decided to just sit and wait a few minutes to see what happens. And lo and behold, you know, 10 minutes goes by, and the next thing you know, we have stripers literally boiling all around us on both sides of our boats, from despair to almost complete elation in about, you know, 2 seconds. And we're both hooked up, we both have fish on, and it really turned a kind of a disappointing weekend into a pretty good weekend, just to that moment right there.
I looked over, Marty was yelling, and here they came. The stripers were just flying through the water, smashing on bait, and I put a cast in, and a couple cranks into it, just got slammed. So, I mean, it was probably the most fun experience for me of this entire trip, and I'm definitely going to be looking for more blitzes in the future.
I'm on.
Yeah.
It's a striper.
Nice.
Definitely worth that mile paddle out here now. Good as new.
The tournament's grown over the years considerably. It started out 6 years ago, and I believe there was maybe 10 guys. The next year there was probably 20, and it just spiraled out of control from there. The sport's grown so much. A lot of people come out, you know, hoping to win the big Hobie prize, and Hobie's been helping out a lot with keeping our tournament running, and, you know, we're very thankful for that.
I've been in Hobies for quite a while. I own 5 of them. I don't have a Revolution, but I ride an Adventure.
In a paddle kayak, it's just really hard to fish. So you've got a lot of people that are getting in the kayaks because of Hobies. And then you also have the influence of a lot of sites like New England Kayak Fishing, where people are joining up. They're realizing that people are very successful in kayaks. And one of the other things is that stripers are really easy to catch out of a kayak. Where boats spook the fish, kayaks don't.
This year on Hobie Outdoor Adventures, we promise to bring you a mix of fishing and time on a kayak from a wide range of outdoors locations. You just saw us in the far north fishing for stripers, where we got our gear tested on these line-stripping fish. And you'll see us on the coast fishing for a variety of fish, from redfish, flounder, and more. And while we're along the coast, you'll see both highlighted coverage of the IFA Redfish Kayak Tour presented by Hobie, as well as dedicated coverage of the IFA Redfish Kayak Tour Championship, where we'll crown a new national champion.
So if you're thinking about catching some big reds, Alabama, Orange Beach.
Stay tuned for our next episode of Hobie Outdoor Adventures.